Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Time for high school basketball here on Steve Shetler Media. We are broadcasting live this evening from Waco High School in Wayland, Iowa. And yeah, as you can see, we're kind of at a bit of an extreme on our angles tonight. It's a small gym, and we're kind of off to the left-hand side. So we're going to have a great angle of one end of the gym and kind of an extreme angle at the other end. Hey, we thank all of our sponsors for making Sigourney basketball possible here on Steve Shetler Media. That includes Barnwired, our first quarter sponsor, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Oski Dental, Christy Tard, American Family Insurance, Keokuk Auction Company, Helmuth Ford, Son-in-Law Services, Shetler Insurance Services, Lifetime Dental, Marie Grace Photography, Copper Lantern Bar and Grill, Signs Plumbing, Brothers Market, Sheets Chiropractic, Serve Pro, and Sloan Moore Monument, all on board for Sigourney basketball here on Steve Shetler Media. Just a few minutes away from getting our starting lineups. Of course, we've got Josh Clubb with us tonight. Josh, what are your thoughts as we head into tonight's game?
Well, Steve, as we talked about leading up to this broadcast, I feel like both these games could be relatively tight. Teams are pretty even. As a matter of fact, both teams have an identical 11-4 record. Of course, Waco is in the Southeast Iowa Super Conference. We got to watch them play against Pekin a couple weeks ago, where I inadvertently called them Columbus all night long. And obviously we've seen Sigourney a few times, so it'll be an interesting matchup. The Waco's got three of the Graber girls that certainly are a problem on the floors, but of course the Savages have the likes of Addie Finneran, Bryn Clarahan, Josephine Moore, and speaking of Joe Moore, and their most recent outing was at Keota. Sigourney got the sweep. We'll talk about the boys' game before the boys' game, but in that game, Joe Moore had 41 points, shot 15 from 22 from the field, and 11 for 11 at the free throw line. So just a phenomenal night, Steve. 41 points. Bryn Clarahan followed her up with 17. So those two very much carried the team in that one. Sigourney is still leading the way in the South Iowa Cedar League East standings at a conference record of 8-3, 11-4 overall. So in a good spot as we head to the last quarter of the basketball season before we get into playoff basketball in early February. The Warriors of Waco currently sitting at 11-4, as I mentioned, on the year. They are second in the Southeast Iowa Super Conference North standings. That 8-2 conference record. They're behind Columbus Junction at 11-1. Followers of Steve Shetler Media, the same conference as Pekin is in, as I mentioned. But for tonight's game, as I said, I think it's going to be relatively close affair. Joe Moore now with those 41 points, that put her in the lead for points per game for the Savages. She's averaging 19.9 per game, 51% from the field, 75% from the free throw line. Bryn Clarahan, second leading scorer for the Savages at 18.6 per game, and 44.1% from the field and 32% from beyond the arc. The Warriors, Brianna Graber, the sophomore, is averaging 15 points per game, shooting 30% from the field. Ella Husinga is averaging 11 per game, 36% from the field, 34% from beyond the arc, as they're getting into the starting lineups on the floor. We'll get into those here momentarily. The Savages, winners of their last five on a 5-game winning streak, dating back to where they took care of business against Pekin on January 11th. So 5 in a row, most recently in Keota. As I mentioned, they've prior to that, Wilton and HLV. HLV was here on our live stream. The Warriors, the last 5, were on a 5-game winning streak as well, but lost their last outing to Lone Tree, losing that one 55-52. Rebound leader for the Savages is Joe Moore with 11.3 rebounds per game, 5 offensively and 5.9 defensively. Ella Husinga for the Warriors is averaging 7.5 per game, and Drew Graber is averaging 6.3. Starting lineups, we got Ava Fish, and she'll shake hands in the center court with Madeline Farmer. And then we got Addie Finneran shaking hands at center court with Brianna Graber. And then we got McKinley Chittick shaking hands out there with Drew Graber. And then we got Bryn Clarahan shaking hands at center court with Morgan Leichty. And last but not least, Josephine Moore meets up with Ella Husinga. 2 captains at center court as we get set for the national anthem here in the gym. All right, is that all going to set to go? Historically, these two teams really just started playing each other since 2017, most recently 2022, and Waco's won the last 2 meetings. December 19th of 2022, Waco won that one 56-39. We're set to get rolling here. Sigourney also in that victory over Keota did lose a normal starter in Bailey Gretter. She's going to be injured her wrist, so she will not be participating here tonight. Joe Moore and Farmer stand at center court ready to tip this thing away. And Moore easily gets it, posted it back to Bryn Clarahan, takes it right to the court or to the rim, and she's fouled immediately as she's on her way up. She'll go to the line and shoot too.
And just a reminder for those of you that are just tuning in, we mentioned this before the game began, but yeah, we're sitting at an extreme angle tonight, so the your view on the screen isn't going to be the greatest when the ball is at the current end of the court. It's just a very, very small gym, and I believe we only have 6 rows up that we're at, so very tight angles and very tight view.
And Clarahan misses both the free throws. Not a common occurrence at all. And the Warriors bring it up for the first time. Graber to Leichty. Leichty comes back up top. She's going to try the right side. They're going to go all the way down the baseline. Chittick picks it up, forces a fadeaway jumper. Tough-looking shot. It is no good. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Leichty of Waco. So the Savages able to pick up the stop. Waco will probably apply pressure in the front court. A lob over the top, going, I think it was attempted for Finneran, but way over her head. And Waco turns the Savages right back over. Still scoreless, 30 seconds into this one. The Warriors looking to get a better look in their last time up. I mean, really, Sigourney hasn't had a true offensive possession yet in this game. That's Husinger. She drives inside. Moore's there to stop her. She's in trouble. Still gets a shot up. It does not hit the rim. The putback by Waco is no good and rebounded by Chittick. She pushes up the Florida Fish, who passes it on to Moore, and Moore lays it up in and good, and she's going to go to the line and shoot 2, or shoot 1 for the and 1. No Moore able to get the first field goal and the first free throw of the game. 3-0 Sigourney as they apply pressure in the backcourt. Likey brings it up, trying to get past Fish. Changes directions, has it poked free. Graber's able to go back there and pick it up. Graber reverses court there, now has it poked free by Chittick, but able to gather it back in. After she gathers in, she drives inside and she is fouled. I believe they're going to get McKinley on that one. They do. Team's first foul. Here's Graber in the corner. Dribbles into pressure, kicks it out. Back around to Husinga. Husinga goes in and out. Back to Graber, who's going to step back, fire 3 from the top of the key. This is in and out, no good. Swatted out of bounds by Likey. Sigourney will take back over. As Carly Lunsford's going to check in. Take the place of Drew Graber. Chittick gets it into Clarahan. Clarahan brings it up the floor. She tosses it up to Finneran. Finneran across the court to Moore. The pass is tipped up in the air, taken away by Farmer of Waco. Waco coming back in transition. Has the ball poked free by Clarahan. Gathered back up in the corner by Graber. Graber in the corner now. Has the ball poked free again by Clarahan. Finneran pokes it back forward to Clarahan, who in transition is going to find Fish up. Fish right back across the lane, and it's taken away by the Warriors. Still 3-0 as we're almost 2 minutes into this one. 5:34 to go in the opening quarter, and Clarahan pokes it free again. She's going to take it all the way to the hoop, lays it up in and good. Bryn has her first 2 points of the game, and a timeout is going to be taken by Waco. 5:24 to go. Sigourney leads 5-0.
All right, and again, our first quarter is sponsored by Barn Wired at 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney. For home decor, coffee, and a whole lot more, see Barn Wired on the south side of the square in Sigourney. Give them a call at 641-622-9912. We'll be there tomorrow for the Iowa Music Showcase from 11:30 to noon with Iowa musician Danny Whitson. Also be hanging out at Barn Wired on Saturday morning for the sports section. We've got English Valley's girls basketball, Montezuma girls basketball, and the Sigourney eSports team coming in on the sports section. So check out Barn Wired. They sponsor our first quarter on Steve Shetler Media.
All right, out of the timeout, Becca Gretter is going to check in for McKinley Chittick. As the Savages apply pressure, 4 girls in the backcourt, kind of a soft pressure. Waco tries to beat the press, and they toss it out of bounds. It's another turnover for the Warriors. It's their second turnover as the Savages work from the backcourt. Moore's got Clarahan on this side. She's going to be able to set this up. She slows everything up, lets everybody get by. Now she's looking inside to Moore. Hand right back off to Clarahan. To the net she goes, and her shot is blocked out of bounds by Farmer. Or, excuse me, that's Graber. Savages will still have 23 seconds on their shot clock. Ava Fish at the baseline to send this thing in. She gets it to the corner to Clarahan. Clarahan fell forward or didn't quite get her footing. They call her for a travel. The Savages turn right back over to the Warriors. Graber brings it up the floor. It is Brianna Graber. As she picks up her dribble and gets into a little bit of trouble being guarded by Finneran. Now down to the corner. Pass is swatted by Moore, out of bounds. She able to go out there and get it and sends it back in. Finneran tossed it up to Clarahan, has it taken away by Waco. Clarahan reaches in there, and she's going to get tagged with that foul. As McKinley Chittick will check back in now. Addie Finneran will come out. And Graber resets the offense. Husinger has it in the right wing. Back up the top of the key, that's Farmer. He's working around Savage's defense, not allowing a lot inside. Graber thought about a step back three there, but changed his mind. Hands it off to Husinger. She drives inside left side, kicks it out to Leichty. Takes a deep two. This is off the heel. Rebounded by Moore. Chittick from the left wing is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Farmer for Waco, and she's going to be fouled. I think they're going to get Gretter. They do. That foul's on Becca Gretter. So that's Sigourney's third team foul. 4:05 here. Not quite halfway through the opening quarter. Savages still lead 5-0. And they're going to apply pressure in the backcourt. Graybar throws it all the way up the floor, trying to chase it down, and catching up to it is Lunsford. She gets down underneath, kicks it back out to Hunsinger. Hunsinger drives baseline. Back out to Hunsford, who puts up a shot, no good. Offensive rebound, putback is no good. Another offensive rebound, and this putback goes. Savages look to respond. Becca Gretter from the left wing. Nearly walked with it, able to get it off to Fish, who thought about a deep three. Now she passes inside to Chittick. Chittick back outside to Gretter. Gretter not looking confident, takes that shot. Right wing, Clarahan goes inside out to Fish. Fish from the right wing fires a deep three, and this is off the heel, no good. Rebounded by the Warriors. Waco certainly in this opening quarter is out rebounding the Savages. Here's Lunsford driving it to the lane, lays it up in and good. Lunsford has all four of the Warrior points. 1 point ball game, 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Clarahan tries to send it into Moore. Ball is tipped initially. Moore able to get it back in. Hands it off to Clarahan. To the baseline she goes. And dribbles back out of it. Lobs it into Moore, and this is taken away by the Warriors. Driving inside is Graber. She puts up a tough shot. No good. Rebounded by Moore. Clarahan tries to push it up the floor to Chittick and was over her head and out of bounds. Addie Finneran's going to check back in for Becca Gretter. 2:33 to go, 5-4. As Waco works on the soft press of Sigourney. Hunsinger passes it down low to Farmer, puts up a tough shot, gets it to go, and Waco has their first lead. 6-5, 2:20 to go. Finneran finds Clarahan. Clarahan's going to take it all the way to the hoop in transition, puts up a shot, gets it to go, and she is fouled. Bryn Clarahan now has 4 of Sigourney's 7 points, looking for her 5th. Graber steps out for the Warriors. Brianna Graber does. Drew Graber comes in, and Clarahan completes the three-point play. So Bryn's got 5, current leading scorer for the Savages. Waco gets it across. That's Lunsford all the way to the left side of the lane. Nearly traveled, but able to gather herself back in. Passes off to Leichty. Leichty goes up for a shot, and she's fouled from behind. I think this is going to be on... No, it's going to be on Chittick. That's Chittick's second foul. And Leichty at the line for the Warriors. No good on the first attempt. Becca Gretter will take over for McKinley. There's 1 for 1 at the line. There's Morgan Leichty. Becca Gretter pushes it up the floor. Right wing, Clarahan head fakes the three. Drives in off of it, has to hand off to Finneran and drives right side of the lane. Thought about a runner, changes her mind, kicks it out. Clarahan lets it all set back up. Right wing to Gretter. Gretter drives off the right wing, inside spins. Can't get the shot off, has to send it outside to Fish. 14 to shoot as Clarahan has it top of the key. Looking for a screen, steps back, fires off that screen. It's off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Leichte of Waco. Husinga, main ball handler now with Graber on the bench. She finds Leichte inside. Leichte turns, has her shot blocked, but they're going to say a foul on Fish. That'll send Leichte right back to the line. That is a fourth team foul on Sigourney, so minute 18 to go. Waco will shoot the rest of the way. Leichte 1 for 1 last time at the line. Connects on the first one. Shot is waved off as Leichte stepped over the line on the shot, and she'll step out for a breather too as Graber comes back in. Bennerin sends it in left side to Moore. Moore all alone over there is just going to bring it across. Has to pick up the pace as she's picked up at half court. Dribbles out of trouble and hands it off to Clarahan. Clarahan left side to Gretter. Gretter gets a screen from Finneran and tosses back to Finneran, who has to kick it back outside. Gretter fires a three on the catch. No good. Rebounded by Bryn. Bryn Clarahan sends it to Fish. Fish fires a three, and this is no good off the heel. Long rebound ends up in the hands of Lunsford. Lunsford all the way down, puts up a shot that goes over the backboard and into the bleachers. Sometimes you just miss, Steve.
As Bob Uecker would say, just a little outside.
Just a bit outside. Finneran gets it into Moore, leaving Moore open on the back side there. Left wing to Fish, steps up and fires a three again, and this one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded, battle for the rebound, ends up in a foul. I think they're going to call Clarahan on this, as her and Drew Graber ran into each other. As the officials now are discovering that that was the 15th foul on Sigourney. Becca Gretter just about intercepted the pass that the officials were throwing to each other. You know you're in go mode when the ball's just coming your way and you're going after it. That's Bryn's second, so her and Chittick both with 2 fouls here in this opening quarter, and Graber's first free throw is no good. We are locked up at 8 with 36.1 seconds to go on the game clock. Graber misses both of them. Rebounded by Gretter. Gretter hands it back to Finneran. Finneran's going to try to dribble by Leichte, but double dribbles in the process. And that's a turnover right back to the Warriors. There's 29 seconds to go in the quarter. Shot clock should be off. And Husinga gets it in to Graber. Graber hands it off to Graber. He drives in, puts a runner up in the lane, and this is no good. Rebounded again by Gretter, and a foul for over the back called on Carly Lunsford. That's her first. Team's fourth. Finneran gets it into Fish. Fish has to pick up the dribble, and she drug her back foot. She turns it over again. Savage is really racking up the turnovers here in this opening quarter. 19.2 now on the clock. Husinga will bring it in. Gets it in to Brianna Graber. She dribbles back. Waco's thinking last shot here. Graber gets a shot, or gets a screen. Goes to the right wing, nothing doing. Back to Husinga, who fires a three from the top of the key, and this is good. Husinga with her first points of the night, and they have the lead 11-8. Clarahan with 1 second to go throws up a half-court shot and gets it to go. Bryn Clarahan with the half-court jumper to end the first quarter, and we are tied at 11.
What a way to end the quarter. I think we're going to have to make that a little clip that we have put up later on.
Yeah.
So exciting stuff there from Bryn Clarahan. First quarter sponsored by Barn Wired. Make sure you check them out 119 East Marion in Sigourney. And let's go now to hear from our second quarter sponsor, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
And again, we do thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for sponsoring our second quarter. We're at Waco High School tonight. Again, as mentioned before, don't want to beat it over the head, but at an extreme angle in a very, very small gym tonight. So if you're wondering why the heck things look almost crooked at times, that's why. We're in the sixth row of a six-row gym. Small town Waco, Sigourney, and Waco tied up at 11.
All right, yeah, see if they can carry that momentum. Clarahan's shot tied it up at 11. Here's Husinga, who got her first 3 points of the game with 6 seconds left in that first quarter. She tries to go inside, picks up her dribble. Nowhere to go with it, holding on to it. She's getting the count on, finally tips it off, but Moore able to tip it away. Moore covers it up and wisely slows it up, hands it off to Chittick. Chittick, top of the key, lobs it down to the corner. Gretter. Gretter's got a baseline drive, puts the runner up, and this is no good, but she's fouled, so she's going to go to the line and shoot two. Call that foul on Morgan Lightby. Her first, team's first of the quarter. Becca able to drain the first one. And Becca Gretter gives the Savages a 2-point lead. Her first two of the night. Husika trying to beat Gretter down the floor. Has to pick up her dribble at the baseline. Kicks it out to Graber. Graber is going to dribble back up top, being defended by Finneran. Spins away from that. Gets in trouble, lobs it across the lane. It was taken away by Chittick, but they're going to call a foul. Called on Addie Finneran. And that was called a shooting foul. It was very much looked to me like she was trying to pass across the lane. Maybe Finneran just got her arm well enough to make it look that way. It was 1 for 1 at the line. That was Graber. Here is Clarahan. Tries to send it inside to Moore. Moore wasn't even looking, and Graber takes it away. She's going to try it all the way in transition. Gets all the way down behind her back in the lane. Puts a runner up and can't get it to go. Rebounded by Chittick. Chittick tossed it to Clarahan. He found Moore running down the court. Moore goes up for a shot, and she's fouled. Call out on Husinga. That's her second. Problematic if you're Waco. Sigourney has two girls on the floor right now. Clarahan and McKinley Chittick both have 2 fouls. And Moore connects on the first one. She splits them. She's got 4 points on the night. Waco quickly down the floor. Graber has it in front of the scores table here. Drives all the way baseline. Going to fight her or spin her way to the basket. Puts a reverse shot up and gets it to go. As Clarahan quickly sets up the Savage offense. She, from the right side, gets a screen from Finneran, but can't use it. Instead, kicks it out to Chittick, who fires a 3, and this is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Waco. Savages not having much luck beyond the arc here tonight. Their lone three-pointer was a 3-point play by Clarahan. Here's a deep 3 by Graber, no good. Rebounded by Clarahan. She's fouled from behind. That foul will be on Lightby, her second. Team's third foul with 6:08 to go still here in the second quarter. As Fish is going to come. Fish is going to check back into the game for Chittick. As Fish gets into Clarahan. Waco's softened up their pressure in the backcourt. Clarahan drives off the screen for Finneran and passes it right back to Finneran, and loses the handle on it, tries to save it from going out of bounds. It's taken away by Lunsford. Huizinga brings him across. Goes left side. Gretter picks her up, gets her to spin. She has to kick her out. Good job by Bailey Gretter there. Or Becca Gretter there to pick that up. Here's Huizinga, gets a... Or that's Graber, gets shot up over the head of Ava Fish. Waco back in front by 2. Clarahan takes it all the way the length of the court, has her shot blocked right back into her hands, kicks it outside to Fish. Gretter, right wing, drives inside, has the lane opens up for her. Her shot is no good, rebounded by Waco. Graber in the lane, tries to fight her way, but she travels. She was trying to spin through the defense of Moore and Finneran. 5 minutes to go in the opening half. Clarahan brings the Savages across, looking to tie this thing up or take the lead. Finneran to Clarahan, outside to Becca Gretter, who fires a 3, and this is going to be an air ball out of bounds. Savages just cannot get the 3 ball to go. Chittick's going to check back in. She comes in for Becca Gretter. One for 9 from beyond the arc. All of these Savages. Here is Huizinga, drives all the way in, then goes back out, has the ball taken away by Fish. Not free anyway. Huizinga able to track it back down. Graber drives right side of the lane, passes off to Lunsford. Lunsford puts a jumper up, and a mid-range jumper is no good, rebounded by Joe Moore. Quickly down the floor, Clarahan back outside to Fish. She's going to try a 3 again, and this is good. Ava Fish gets one to go. First 3 points of the game for her. The Savages have a 1-point lead with 4:12 to go here in the second quarter. Huizinga trying to get around Fish. Hands off Farmer. Farmer right back to Huizinga. Fish gets there and covers it up, though. Knocks the ball free. Clarahan comes away with it. Dribbling through traffic. She's got numbers. She's got more down low, but has to slow up as she lost a handle on the dribble. Finds Fish in the corner. Fish head fakes. Steps inside the arc. Can't do anything with it. Now Finneran has it in the corner. Finneran back outside to Fish. He lobs it into Moore. Moore lays it up in and good. Good ball movement there by the Savages. Joe Moore's now got 6. Great assist there by Ava Fish. Savages scored the last 5 points, give them the 19-16 lead. As Graber drives inside from the right wing, all the way to the baseline, steps back, puts a jumper up and gets it to go.
She can't hit it out of bounds.
As Drew Graber, her first 2 points of the night. Chittick head fakes from top of the key, steps inside, kicks it out to Clarahan, and fires a 3, and this is good. Bring Clarahan, game leading 11 points, and the Savages now an 8-0 run with 2:46 to go in the second. Huizinga brings it up, hands it off to Whitey, and now a timeout called by Waco with 2:39 to go. Savages lead 22-18.
And we thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for sponsoring our second quarter. We do thank all of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible, including Barnwired, Oski Dental, Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance, Keokuk Auction Company, Helmuth Ford, Son-in-Law Services, Shetler Insurance Services, Lifetime Dental, Marie Grace Photography, Copper Lantern Bar and Grill, Signs Plumbing, Brothers Market, Sheets Chiropractic, Serve Pro, and Sloan Moore Monument. We'll also be picking our Sigourney Motors Sigourney Player of the Game at the end of each game tonight. Of course, we got the boys game coming up a little bit later on, and we're in the second quarter here. Again, our second quarter is sponsored by Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics.
Alrighty, out of the timeout, the Savages have Finneran, Moore, Fish, Chittick, and Clarahan on the floor. That's the second timeout taken by Waco. There's, I believe, that is Graber going down baseline, getting covered up by Finner and forces her to pass back into traffic, and it's turned back over. Moore lets it clear out and gets it off to Clarahan. Right wing, Chittick. Chittick head fakes from the right wing, drives inside, stops at the free throw line, puts up a shot, and it rolls around and good. Shot starting to fall for the Savages as they lead 24-18. Waco on a scoring drought because they try it inside to Lunsford. Back outside to Graber, fires a three and can't bank it home. Rebounded by Clarahan. Clarahan running the length of the floor, finds Chittick. Chittick lays it up in and good. McKinley Chittick's got 4. 26-18 now. Sigourney started this drive. It was 18-16 in favor of Waco, and Sigourney started this scoring run as Finneran extends out the pressure, forces the offense to come up. Farmer now drives left side of the lane, fights her way to the basket, gets a shot up and good for the Warriors. It's Madeline Farmer's first 2 points. Clarahan right back down the floor, left side, just kicks it out to Fish and fires a deep three from the left wing, and this is off the mark. Off the heel, rebounded by Finneran. Finneran's putback is no good. Gets her own rebound, goes back at it again and misses, but she is fouled. Addie Finneran will go to the line to shoot 2. Minute 9 to go here in the second. Finneran misses the front end. Becca Gretter will check in for Ava Fish. Finneran looking for her first points of the night. Cannot get the roll, but is rebounded by Clarahan. Back outside to Finneran. Finneran finds Gretter inside. Gretter goes back out to Chittick. Chittick head fakes again. Steps inside the arc. Has her shot blocked. Blocked by Waterhouse. The Warriors coming up the floor. That's Lunsford who puts up a shot. This is no good. Rebounded by Clarahan. Clarahan slows up wisely. Lets everybody set up. Chittick clapping for it in the left wing. She's wide open. Fires a three, and it's good. 37 seconds to go. 29-20. Husinga brings it up the floor for the Warriors. Picked up by Gretter. Gretter works her way through the screen and closes the door on Husinga. They go back outside to Graber and tries a baseline jumper. This is an air ball into the hands of Lunsford, and a foul called on Lunsford. It looked as though that's her second. We could have got. Oh, that's the 5th foul on Waco, so Ellison bring Clarahan to the line to shoot 2. Just 1 foul on the Savages. 20.5 to go. That foul certainly looked like it could have gone either way, but Clarahan gets the call as she makes the first free throw. Gets them both to go. As Waco has shot clock off, they go work quickly inside to Farmer. Farmer puts up a tough shot. No good. Battle for the rebound. Goes in the hands of Clarahan. Clarahan tries to dribble through traffic. She does. Falls down with it, though. Lost the ball, so it's not a travel. They get up the floor to Finneran with 5 seconds to go. Back to Clarahan. Across to Becca Gretter, who lays it up and good as time will expire. Savages close the second half of the second quarter on a just getting everything to go and lead 33-20 as we head to halftime. We'll let Steve keep talking. I'll keep talking because Steve's busy over there.
Doing some typing.
Yeah,
trying to get everything updated on your screen. So, yeah, we are at halftime. Wow, what a roll that Sigourney got on there in the second quarter, 33-20. And our second quarter sponsor, we thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics. We will go silent for just a little while here at Waco High School. Again, Sigourney leads 33-20 in the girls' game. Our halftime is sponsored by Shetler Insurance Services, and you can look at my wife's beautiful face during halftime. We'll be back here in just a few minutes for the second half of Sigourney basketball on Steve Shetler Media.
For your halftime entertainment here, we have Waco youth basketball. We got some fourth and a few fifth graders out here playing as we go.
Hey, again, we're at halftime of the Sigourney girls game at Waco tonight. Sigourney leads 33-20. Our halftime sponsored by Shuttler Insurance Services on the east side of the square in Sigourney. And we do thank Oski Dental. They're going to bring us our third quarter, which comes up here in just a couple of minutes. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. And again, Oski Dental is our third quarter sponsor, which is set to begin here in about 1 minute. Josh Clubb on the play-by-play tonight. And once again, we are broadcasting from Waco High School, a small gym. Thus, the angles that you get on the video tonight. Small gym, don't have a lot of room to work with. And again, Josh Clubb has the call of the game. Josh, your thoughts?
Well, yeah, hopefully it is a small gym, and it's weird to say that we're at the top of the bleachers yet. We're about head height for some of the girls standing out there on the floor. But Sigourney turned it on there the second part of that second half because we were tied at 11. But two exciting finishes. We'll see if they can do that again. As Bryn Clarahan sunk the half-court shot to end the first quarter, and Becca Grutter got a layup as the buzzer went off to end the second quarter. So some exciting finishes there, and we are set to go here. Sigourney will start with the ball. This team switched directions. Waco used 2 timeouts in that first half. Sigourney has not used a timeout. Clarahan gets it into Finneran. Finneran back outside to Fish. Fish lobs it across the court to Chittick. This is tipped initially by Husinga, but Chittick able to gather it back in. Gets the roll. McKinley's got 9 points tonight for the Savages. Sigourney showing a soft press there in the backcourt. Clarahan now extends the defense out to Leichty. Leichty sends it right side to Graber. Graber working on Finneran. Drives down baseline, puts up a runner, and gets it to go. She's got 6. Clarahan right back down the floor. Drives right down the lane through her legs, and up she goes. Bryn Clarahan now with 15 points. And Sigourney was shooting really cold there until about, again, that 5-minute mark of the second quarter, and then just couldn't miss anything. Here's a miss by Farmer into the hands of Moore. Clarahan in the corner now. Sends it into Chittick. Chittick puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Moore. Offensive board for Joe, and she drives into the lane, puts a runner up, and gets it to fall. Plus, she was fouled. Give Joe Moore 8 points. She'll go back to the free throw line where she spent a lot of time this year and shooting very well. 75% from the field, or from the free throw line, and another one here tonight. She's 3 for 4 tonight. 40-22 now as Graber drives inside, passes it down to Leichty. A foul is called on the floor prior to the shot. Going to get McKinley Chittick. That's going to be her third. She'll probably have to step out for a break. It looks like Gretter's going to check in for her. So Becca Gretter tonight's getting a little bit more playing time due to Bailey being injured and making the most of it. He's had a pretty good night. And here Finneran blocks the shot, the inbound pass, blocks it. It goes right back out of bounds. Waco will keep it.
I don't know if you noticed, Josh, but Charlie Smothers was also in street clothes, so I don't think she usually sees a few minutes a game.
Yeah, here's a 5-second violation as Graber could not get around Finneran with the pass inbounds. So Savages force the 5-second violation and turn Waco back over. Yeah, she was out there warming up, and then when they came back in to take the court, I noticed that too, that she was in street clothes at that point. So something must happen during warm-up. And here's Moore in the lane, puts a runner up, no good, saves it back in bounds. Finneran tracks it down, sends it around to Fish. Ava gets a screen from Addie, Sends it left wing to Gretter. Gretter gets another screen from Finneran. Gretter lays it up and no good. Battle for the rebound, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Waco. Lunsford going to check in for Drew Graber. Get it in to Clarahan. She catches and fires a three. No good. Rebounded by Moore. Moore goes back up and can't get it the roll. This time rebounded by Husinga. All the way up the floor to Lunsford. She lays it up in and good. Lunsford's got 6 for the Warriors, and down the floor comes Clarahan. She puts a tough shot up, no good, rebounded by Finneran. She kicks it out to Fish. Fish tries a three, and this is off the heel. Long rebound. Finneran with the rebound again. Addie puts the runner up and gets it to fall. Addie Finneran's first 2 points of the night. 2 offensive rebounds on that possession. Lunsford right back down the floor again in the paint. Has to kick it back out to Graber, who fires a three and gets it to go. 42-27 now. Brianna Graber's got 9. Leading scorer on the Warriors. It is pretty fast pace there, back and forth. This time, though, Clarahan slows it all up. Gretter has it left wing, and she travels with it as she started moving before she started bouncing. The Savages turn it right back over to the Warriors. Fish and Finneran putting some pressure in the backcourt. Soft pressure. Graber dribbles in. Stops at the free throw line. Can't get the shot off. Farmer now drives from the left wing all the way to the baseline. Has to kick it outside to Graber, who fires a three, and this is nearly banked in. No good. Rebounded by Finneran. Clarahan all the way in transition. Stops at the free throw line. Puts a shot up. This is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Finneran. Passes inside to Moore. Moore fights her way to the basket. No shot. She is fouled on the floor. Chittick's going to check in for Finneran. That foul was called on Farmer for the Warriors. That's her third. Savages get it into Moore. Moore puts a runner up in the lane, and she's fouled again. Shot did not go in. And they call it on Farmer again. That's 4 for her. 3 on the team here in the quarter. It looks like they're going to send Bren Graber in for Farmer. Has a tough task of defending Joe Moore. Moore, first shot to go. And a timeout called. And she clearly just broke some kind of record or some type of point.
Josephine Moore from City has just scored her 1,000th point.
Okay, so with that free throw, Joe Moore has now scored 1,000 points on the year. So Coach Weber wisely takes a timeout, and Josephine Moore is going to get a standing ovation. Big member of the Sigourney community, and
Let's go finish it.
gets to share that moment with her dad out there on the floor. And they'll go right back to work. You know, I saw her mom come in with had a banner in her hand, and I was kind of wondering what was going on.
I'm going to make you my reporter, Josh. You got to grab her and get a quick interview with her.
All righty. Right back to work goes Joe, and she cannot connect. Bryn Clarahan gets the rebound, though. And the Savages reset. Left side to Gretter. Gretter drives left wing, kicks it out to Clarahan. Clarahan outside to Fish. Fish drives in, and Moore is not going to get the 1,000, or he's not going to break the plane of 1,000 just yet, but she's going to go back to the line. I did not see who they called on Lunsford, her third. And Moore struggling to get to 1,001. First 1,000 always easiest. There it is. She's 5 for 8 from the line. She's got 11 points here tonight. As Waco goes back to work, Sigourney's really pulled away here. As Graber drives inside, left side of the lane, spins, puts a jumper up, and it is no good, rebounded by Moore. Chittick puts a tough shot up. This is no good. Fish nearly had the offensive board, but bounces it off her knee. It goes out of bounds. Waco will take back over. Here is a pass inside. Bryn Clarahan reaches down and forces a jump ball. Possession arrow that will keep the ball with Waco. 3 minutes, 22 seconds to go in this third. 44-27 is the score. Graber working on Gretter. From the right wing, picks up a dribble, a little bit of trouble, gets it up to Husinga. Husinga is thinking about a deep three, changes her mind, gives it to Graber. She tries a deep three. This is off the front of the rim, rebounded by Waco. The putback is no good. It's actually blocked by Moore, and then a battle for the loose ball is going to be a jump ball. This will give it back to Sigourney.
Last year, Josh, we were covering Sigourney basketball at Keota when Carly Goodwin scored her 1,000th point. So we're blessed to have back-to-back years where we've hit the games with 1,000-point scores for Sigourney girls basketball.
How about back-to-back games for the Savages themselves as Clarahan shoots a three here. Misses off the front of the rim, rebounded by Waco. But if you have not heard, those that are tuning in, Isaac Bruns got his 1,000th career point against Keota the other night. Driving inside in a reverse backside layup. No good. Battle for the rebound is going to be a jump ball again. It'll stay with Waco. And Finneran and Graber will check in. Finneran's coming in for Fish.
You think Josephine and Isaac have any sort of running bet as to who can score the most points in their career before the end of the season?
I don't know, but maybe they should have one. Waco works in the corner now. That is Graber that's going to bring it out. 7 to shoot on the shot clock. Graber reverses court. It's picked up by Gretter. Kicks it outside to Graber. She just throws up a prayer as the shot clock goes off. That'll be a shot clock violation. So 2 of the turnovers that Savages have forced here in this third quarter. One was a 5-second violation, and the other one a shot clock violation. 2 minutes to go. Savages with 17-point lead. Moore going to the rim is fouled again. It's going to be on the floor, but that should be the 5th foul on Waco, so Moore will shoot anyway. That foul is on Carly Lunsford, her 4th. She's going to stay out there. Oh, no, she's not. She is going to come out. As Joe Moore goes back out, or is back at the free throw line. Connects on the first one. She's 6 for 9 at this point. And we'll have to wait for the 10th attempt as Waco takes their 3rd time out of the game. With the Savages leading 45-27, 1 minute, 54 seconds to go in this third period.
Hey, do want to take a second to thank Waco High School for allowing us in to do our live video stream tonight. Not all schools will let us come in and do the game, so we appreciate Waco High School and their athletic director for allowing us in tonight to do the game. We do thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our third quarter, and you can call and schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan at 641-673-4845. They are one of many sponsors helping us out on our broadcast this year. Barnwired, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Christy Tarr, American Family Insurance, Keokuk Auction Company, Helmuth Ford, Son-in-Law Services, Shetler Insurance Services, Sloan Moore Monuments, Serve Pro, Sheets Chiropractic, Brothers Market, Plumbing, Lifetime Dental. All sponsors on Sigourney basketball here on Steve Shetler Media. Third quarter, 45-27 in favor of the Sigourney girls.
Yeah, the girls really pulled away here. I thought this would be a lot closer of a game than it's turned out to be. As Joe Moore on the back end has one more to shoot and makes it. It gives her 13 points, 7 for 10 at the free throw line. Shot, or 12 free throws the other night against Keota, and already at 10 here with a whole quarter and a minute 45 to go. As here's a drive inside baseline shot, was blocked by Chittick, and she keeps it. Dribbles out of trouble, sends it up the floor to Finneran. Right wing inside Finneran goes to Moore. Moore lays it up and good. Give her 15.
Put the points on the wrong team.
Moore has 15 now, 48-27, and a whistle on the floor for a foul on the Savages. That's going to be on Finneran. Her second, team second. Sigourney shooting free throws the rest of this quarter if they're fouled. Waco gets it in the corner, right back down low. They go to Leichty. Leichty puts up a shot that was blocked by Moore from behind, then tipped out of her hand by Clarahan, right back to Moore. Moore dribbles out of the traffic and passes it off to Clarahan. Clarahan from the top of the key gets a screen from Moore, steps back, fires a three, and this is good. Bren Clarahan has 18. About 40 seconds left as they cross half court here. 51-27 is the score. Here's Graber driving left side lane, and she travels with it. Turns it back over to the Savages. With 28 seconds to go in the quarter, shot clock will be off. As Brenna Graber comes back in for the Warriors. She's the leading scorer for Waco. Clarahan brings the Savages across. Coach Weber telling them one shot, so she'll dribble this all the way down. Nobody guarding her, so Bren just out there. Now 10 seconds to go. Bren will go. She gets a screen. Passes inside to Moore. It's taken away by Graber. She passes up to Brianna Graber, who dribbles through traffic. 3 to go. 2, 1, and she fires a deep three, and this is no good. That is how we will head to the fourth quarter with our score. Sigourney 51, Waco 27.
And we thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our third quarter. We go to the fourth, which is brought to us by Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965. Christy Tarr, American Family Insurance, sponsoring our fourth quarter. And boy, Sigourney has just stepped on the gas pedal back in the second quarter and didn't let off in the third. They have busted out to a 51-27 lead. Again, if you're just tuning in, Josephine Moore for the Savages getting her 1,000th career point earlier in this game. Congratulations to her. Josh Clubb with the call of the game for the fourth quarter.
All righty, the starting five back out on the floor for the Savages. And Fish, Clarahan, Moore, Finneran, and Chittick. And if this pace keeps up, we'll probably start seeing benches clear out as Moore misses a layup, and a battle for the rebound becomes a jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing to the Warriors. Savages looking to intensify the pressure. Here's just an errant pass that goes in the hands of Moore. Chittick now, top of the key, fires a three and gets it. That is not in and out, but Moore crashing the board. Gets the offensive rebound and the putback. She's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two more. That one on Wagler, Ava Wagler. In the game for the Warriors as they've got a lot of foul trouble going on. Moore misses the front end. Pretty low-scoring affair to start things off. We were tied at 11 after 1 as Moore makes the back end. The Savages have outscored Waco 22-9 and 18-7 in the last 2 quarters to build this big lead. Here's baseline. Husinga tries to find it. Sends it back to Graber, she goes up for a shot, and she's fouled. It's going to be on Finneran. It is. That is Addie's 3rd foul. Both teams have 1 here in this quarter. Leading scorer for the Warriors tonight at the free throw line, and she makes the first one. She's got 10. It's Brenna Graber. Hits them both. Clarahan brings the Savages up. Left wing, drives off of it all the way underneath the hoop. Pat tries to pass it back, and it's tipped. Back out up top to Fish. Chittick, at the top of the key. Steps inside, has the ball ripped away from her into the hands of Finneran, though. Finneran clears it out to Clarahan. Clarahan goes to the baseline, puts up a shot. This is no good. Rebounded by Wagler of Waco, who's trying to get away from Clarahan. Gets it up to Husinga. Husinga passes it up to Bryn Graber. And Waco's just kind of needs to settle in here. Their ball's moving all over the place. Clarahan comes away with it and stops. The left wing lets the offense set up. Fish now left wing goes to the center. Lobs it into Moore. Moore catches, puts the layup up, no good. She's fouled. That's 2 on Waco. That foul's on Drew Graber, her 3rd. Joe connects on the first one as Gretter will check in for Finneran. Misses this one off the heel, rebounded by Farmer. Up the floor they go, and a quick score for Wagler of the Warriors. Gretter tries to find more, and the pass is jumped and taken away by Farmer. Farmer, when we watched Waco play against Pekin, was a force on the floor defensively especially, but not much time tonight as she goes up for a shot and gets it to go. Madeline Farmer all of a sudden has 7 points. Spent a lot of time on the bench with 4 fouls. Here's a 3 by Fish, is no good. Rebounded by Chittick. Kicks it back out to Fish. Clarahan, right wing, drives off of a screen from Moore, puts up a layup. This is no good. Rebounded by Waco. Graber works past Fish, has the ball tipped momentarily, able to work through it. Gets it to Wagler. Wagler looking inside for Lunsford. Changes her mind. Now has it poked away by Clarahan. He clears out to Chittick. Up the floor to Fish. Fish and Moore get up the floor, and Fish backs out. Outside to Chittick. Fires a 3 from the top of the key and gets it to go. McKinley's got 12. .457 to go. Graber back to Husinga, fires a 3 from the left wing, gets it to go. Last couple of minutes, Waco saying we're not done yet. Here's Moore underneath, gets another layup. Joe Moore just keeps answering though. She's got 19 points, 5 for 7 from the field. I think she's 11 from 14 at the free throw line here. Clarahan pokes it away from Graber. She's going to run length of floor in transition, lays it up, and no good. Rebounded by Gretter. Gretter puts that good. Good hustle there by Becca Gretter to get back. Get the offensive board for the putback. Savages. Waco's Wagler gets it. Excuse me, that's Lunsford. Gets a shot to go. And part of Waco coming to life, too, is Sigourney's kind of gotten very a lot less aggressive defensively in the front court anyway. Here's Chittick, tries to lay up. This is no good. Rebounded by Waco. They send it up the floor to Lunsford. Lunsford lays it up. No good. Rebounded by Farmer. Farmer's putback is blocked by Clarahan. Ball's being tipped all over the place. Two Warriors collide. Becca Gretter comes up with the ball. Gets it to Chittick, and Chittick's going to slow down and walk across. 3:19 to go. And full timeout's going to be taken by Sigourney with 3:18 to go. 60-38 they lead. First timeout of the game.
Christy Tard, American Family Insurance, sponsoring our fourth quarter. Let's take a look at our basketball schedule coming up here on Steve Shetler Media over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Let's see here. Tonight, we're on your right-hand side of the screen, about halfway down, Sigourney at Waco. Tomorrow night, we're on the road, North Mahaska at Montezuma. Boys and girls doubleheader. That'll be a heck of a matchup. Audio only for tomorrow night. And then we're down to our last few games. A bunch of Pekin games coming up. On Monday, Pekin versus Cardinal. That'll be a girls-only game. Pekin versus Highland on Friday of next week. And then Pekin at English Valleys for a boys game on Thursday, February 6th. We'll wrap up our regular season with North Mahaska taking on Oskaloosa on Tuesday, February 11th. So, again, we're getting down to our last few regular season games, and then we'll get into the postseason, which we haven't solidified our plans there yet, but we'll figure it out and let you know for who we're going to follow and where we can go for basketball coverage for our area teams. Right here, it's the fourth quarter. Sigourney leads 60-38.
All right, out of the timeout. Same 5 on the floor for the Savages. 3:14 to go. 22-point lead. Fish puts a runner up in the lane. No good. She's fouled. So Ava will go to the line and shoot 2. That foul on Ava Wagler. Her second. Team's third. And Fish misses the front end. Her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Fish misses them both. Rebounded by Farmer. Farmer clears it out. It's Wagler that brings him up the floor, sends it to Husinga, right wing. Certainly picked up the intensity a little bit on the defensive end. Here's a shot from the free throw line, banked from the top of the backboard, rebounded by Moore. She clears it out to Clarahan, 2:40 to go. And you got to think here before too long as Fish fires another 3 and gets this one to go. There's the Warriors right back down the floor. Husinga with it left wing. Goes inside out. Starting to see people head to the scorer's table and a foul now called away from the ball. Call that on Moore. Her first foul. That's what's incredible there, Steve, is the amount of points and rebounds and everything, and that's her first foul of the game. As Fish is going to check out, and will come Ella Bruns. And I'm guessing here in the next, get inside the 2-minute mark, I'm sure we'll see some more Savage players that don't normally get time on the floor. Bruns guarding Dykstra. Waco's doing the same. Dykstra, her first time in the game. Clarahan comes up with the ball. She goes all the way down the floor. Stops top of the key, sends it left wing to Bruns. Bruns fires a 3, and this is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Waco's Egley. And a double dribble now called on Egley, as we're going to get lots of subs here. Addie Finner and Joe Moore will come out. Kinley Chittick off the floor. Brent off the floor. Ashton Tisch is going to come in. Becca Gretter stays out there. Ella Brunn stays out there. Claire Hanselman.
About to that point of the game, Josh. You got to pick a player of the game.
I think it's a gimme on this one, Steve. I was given a gimme. Not only leading scorer for tonight, but 1,000 points on the year, surpassing the 1,000-point mark this year. Josephine Moore will be our Sigourney Motors player of the game. I don't think anybody will argue with me on that one, Steve.
I don't think so.
But just to reset, on the floor with 1:27 to go, we got Ella Bruns, Addie Trimble, Becca Gretter, Claire Hanselman, and Ashton Tisch. Warriors with subs in off the bench as well, as they just pick up a travel. Tisch will send it in to Gretter, and she'll bring them up the floor. Josie Dykstra. We got Kaylin Willits as Trimble now, top of the key. Dribbles into trouble, sends a nice pass to Bruns. Bruns coming baseline, goes up for a shot, and she's fouled. So Ella Bruns will go to the line. Bruns gets the roll on the first one, as Becca Gretter will now check out, and in will come Ella Finneran. Bruns can't connect on the back end, rebounded by Waco. Down the floor come the Warriors with under a minute to go. Egley sends it inside, and a travel called again on, that's Bryn Graber. Tisch sends it in to Trimble, and Trimble will bring him up the floor with under a minute to play here. Sigourney going to get the win, 64-38. Ella Finneran now drives up to the top of the key, picks up a dribble. Finneran gets it to Trimble. Trimble to the right side, looking for a screen. Dribbles reverse off the screen, bounces the ball out. Now they're going to say a double dribble on Trimble. Turns it right back over to Waco. Are the Warriors looking inside, all the way baseline, putting up a shot and getting it to go is Kaylin Willits. Under 20 to go, and Trimble picks up her dribble. Into trouble, Finneran now, left wing, dribbles back up top. Finneran dribbles in trouble, throws a pass to Trimble, and it is taken away, laid up and in and good, and that will do it here. As our final score will be 64-40 in favor of the Savages. Sigourney will improve to 12-4 on the season. Waco will fall to 11-5, and our Sigourney Motors player of the game, Josephine Moore.
And Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance sponsoring our fourth quarter. Sigourney Motors with our player of the game. Again, Josephine Moore going over 1,000 for her career. So congratulations to Josephine. And you know what? It looks like our screen has frozen up on us. So I tell you what, if you're watching, we're going to end this stream. We're going to come back with a live video in just a little bit for the boys' game. So yeah, unfortunately our stream is frozen up on us. And we'll be back here in just a little while with the boys' game. Again, Sigourney girls get the win over Waco